Good morning! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Shayla. Obviously, I am back in New York City after my trip to the Dominican Republic, which I want to fill you in on. But first, I'm in a green mood. I've got my celery juice, seamless green set on, and I'm feeling like a matcha this morning. If you watch my videos a lot, then you already know my absolute favorite matcha of all time is the Sun Goddess matcha from Peak. It's the absolute best. I also am absolutely obsessed with BT Fountain from Peak. It is their beauty electrolyte drink. It has hyaluronic acid and ceramides in it, as well as electrolytes to keep you hydrated. And the Sun Goddess matcha and BT Fountain together form the Radiant Skin Duo, which I'm not gonna lie, ever since I started drinking Peak, which has been, gosh, it's been quite a while now, I have noticed the biggest difference in my skin. My skin has been totally clear and bright and youthful looking. I feel like my skin also looks more supple, like it's increased the elasticity in my skin. And we just love Peak, and they are actually sponsoring this portion of the video, which I'm very excited about because I have been a longtime fan and customer of Peak, and it's just so cool to be working with a brand that I've used and loved for so long. I love the Sun Goddess matcha for many reasons, one of which being that they come in these single serving packets, which just makes it easier to take on the go, and it's also pre-portioned, so you don't have to measure anything out. I also love that it is organic, triple toxin screened. There's chlorophyll in here as well. It's also ceremonial grade matcha, which means you are getting the highest quality matcha. Fun fact too, Peak's trees are shaded for longer for more clarifying chlorophyll. So you're just getting the absolute best of the best when you use the Sun Goddess matcha from Peak. If you watch my videos a lot, then it's no secret that I drink a packet of BT Fountain every single day. I even took it with me to the Dominican Republic. I took it with me when I traveled to Europe, to Paris and London. When I went to Coachella earlier this year, I give it to my boyfriend. I am obsessed with BT Fountain. I have always been a fan of incorporating an electrolyte drink into my daily routine, but I love that this one is also skin focused because I do struggle with my skin, believe it or not. I know it doesn't look like that. Oh, it's very confident of me, but my skin has seriously been so clear lately, like for a while now. And I feel like it's largely due to the fact that I have been incorporating the Radiant Skin Duo from Peak. With both BT Fountain and Sun Goddess matcha, you could actually just mix them in water and you're good to go. It just is so easy. I personally love doing the BT Fountain with water and a dash of fresh pineapple juice if I have it. I am out right now, so I'll just do it with water later. But the Sun Goddess matcha, I'm gonna do a little matcha latte for myself this morning with some oat milk. I'm gonna use my little steamer that came with my coffee maker. By the way, everything is linked below. And I love using this oat milk because it just froths up so well. I'm also obsessed with the frother that I got from Peak, as well as the glass beaker. I use these daily. And for a limited time, Peak is actually offering 2 free gifts and 15% off when you shop the Radiant Skin Duo using my link below. Again, you get 15% off the Radiant Skin Duo plus these 2 free gifts, my favorite frother of all time, and this gorgeous little beaker really comes in handy. My matcha powder right in here. I froth it up until it gets really foamy and bubbly. Literally makes the perfect matcha every single time. Whether you're doing it hot, iced, water, with oat milk, with the milk of your choice, we are obsessed. Thank you, Peak, for sponsoring this portion of the video. I am admittedly a little hungry this morning, which is not my norm. I am going to do some of my garlic sauerkraut, which also helps my skin, but I feel like I need a little something else, which makes me think that my cycle must be close to starting because I am typically never hungry in the morning except for the week before my period. I use the Flow app to track my cycle, and I have for quite some time, and I'm like always on time. It's very accurate. I've been doing it for a while though. However, September, I am 9 days out from my cycle, which is interesting, but makes sense that I'd be a little hungry. I think I'm gonna do some of this granola with some blueberries and figs, because I got some at the store yesterday. OMG, look at this giant, gorgeous blueberry. Yum. I love when they are big like that. I admittedly ate a lot of the figs that I got yesterday last night. They're so yummy. And then my favorite oat milk to use when I'm cooking or in granola or anything like that is this oat milk from Malk. It has incredibly clean ingredients. I've been using it for so long. It's been a favorite of mine. Do you know what else this needs? Cinnamon on top. Perfect little morning snack. I am going to fill you in on my incredible trip to the Dominican Republic. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but my 12-week yoga-inspired self-discovery program, The Yoga Inspired Life, actually launches tomorrow when you're seeing this on September 18th. And I have a couple of emails that I need to send out because there are still a few spots left open and I'm still getting everyone registered and getting the program already. And I am on a little bit of a time crunch for that. So I'm gonna answer some emails, eat, have a moment to catch up on some admin work, and then we will sit and have a little chat. By the way, if you're watching this and you don't know what the Yoga Inspired Life program is, or you've been wanting to join, I highly suggest that you click the link in the description box. You can go to the program page and learn more, because I've been thinking about adding a few additional spots, hence why I'm still working on the group. So, and this might be the last opportunity to join in 2023 because I've been thinking about taking some time off over the holidays, which I mentioned in my last vlog. So I'm kind of considering opening up a few more spots. So technically, if you're watching this video in real time, it's not too late. Got completely sidetracked working and editing. Sorry. So the DR recap will have to wait because right now we are heading into the city to go to a workout at Barry's. That was extremely hard for me, especially since it is all upper body, and I typically don't work out my upper body, but fun little thing. A subscriber, Roxy, works at that Barry's boot camp, and she's just the cutest thing in the world, and I see her now every time I go in, and she made my smoothie, and it's literally the best smoothie ever. So shout out to Roxy. Excuse me. Hello? Good boy. Where are they going? And I look up. So funny, I ran into Brooke on my way home from the train. And her pups, my little nephews, Henry and Gus, they're so cute. I'm getting ready very quickly right now. I did like a speed body shower, lots of dry shampoo in my hair, and I'm throwing a couple waves in my hair because my boyfriend and I had plans to cook dinner tonight, and then we saw that they are doing like free salsa dancing at this park. So we were like, maybe we should go, because we did some dancing in the Dominican Republic and I feel like that'd be really fun. They're doing it every Wednesday in September, and so I feel like we should just go. So we're gonna attempt to go down there, and my original plan of being in sweatpants with wet hair is just not gonna cut it, you know? I know I said I was gonna recap my Dominican Republic trip to you like way earlier this morning, but it's gonna have to wait. Here's the thing, is I just want enough time to sit down and chat to you about it and also narrate the bit of footage that I did get, because I found a little happy medium with my plan that I had previously talked about in my last vlog. I did not vlog the entire trip, but I did take a decent amount of clips. And I want to just like share them with you and talk about it with you and have enough time, and today's just been crazy. So we'll get it done though. You will hear about it. Very excited about dinner tonight because we're making this orzo. It's this like vegan recipe that my boyfriend found on Instagram, and it looks so yummy. And the ingredients are so affordable, and I hope that it's as good as it looks. I will obviously show you, and I will link the recipe down below if it's good. Repurchased the Dior lip oil in the color raspberry because it is so good. It's just like the best color, it's the best lip gloss, and it just makes your lips look so juicy. Lip glow oil from Dior, obsessed. It is a little pricey, but I can't remember when I got this, but I shared it in a vlog and I use it every single day and I just ran out. It had to have been maybe 5 or 6 months. Here is the Instagram account. I think it's called Mob. I have no idea. I've never heard of them before. The ingredients for this recipe are super simple. You just need orzo, cherry tomatoes, basil, garlic, olive oil, and salt and pepper. Hopefully it turns out as good as it looks on here. We're gonna cook this later though. When he gets here, we'll do it together. Hopefully he gets off work in time. We can go do a little salsa dancing. I don't know that either of us are very good, but we sure do have fun. Good morning. Time for coffee number 2. I'm gonna do decaf because I've been trying to be a little bit more mindful about how much caffeine I'm having every day. I'm telling you, this Nespresso machine has been the best and worst thing to ever happen to me. Best thing because it makes the most incredible coffee. Worst thing because I wanna have 9 million cups of coffee every day. Like, it's just so good. I'm also gonna do a little packet of BT Fountain because I'll tell you after my coffee is done brewing. It's gonna be a little loud. Remember yesterday when I was low-key bragging about how clear my skin has been? And then my skin was really like, let me humble you, girl. I have not gotten a spot on my face and I can't even remember. Huge, massive spot on my cheek. Basically jinxed myself. That's okay, nothing's perfect. This will definitely help. I just thought, wow, that is so funny. Joke's on me. Joke is on me. That orzo recipe last night was so freaking good. Wow, 100% recommend. I will link the recipe below. I thought we would for sure have leftovers when we were making it, but we completely devoured it. Not one grain of orzo left. It was so yummy. Also, pardon the mess, I'm like in work mode right now. I have a podcast episode I need to finish, and as you know, the Yoga Inspired Life program business that I've been wrapping up. Before I dive back into work, because I've already been working for the last few hours this morning, I want to do my little DR trip recap with you before the day gets away from me again. I feel like I need my coffee to properly give you this little rundown of my trip. So while that milk is frothing, I want to check and see what ingredients I have because I want to make my vegan chili tonight and I need to run to Trader Joe's and pick up a few things. So I want to just get this stuff out. See what I have. I've made this chili before on my channel, so this is not anything revolutionary. It's honestly an extremely simple recipe. I will show it to you later, but I just want to kind of see what I have so I can figure out what I need to get. Also going to journal after we debrief here. The drink queen and her drinks. We're ready. My trip to the Dominican Republic was absolutely amazing. I had the best time. It was exactly what I needed. And as mentioned yesterday, I found a happy medium. I did not vlog the entire trip, but I did take a good amount of clips when it felt right, and I'm excited to share that with you. So basically, we left early Tuesday morning. It was a really easy flight from New York City. It's like 3 and some change hours. And oh my gosh, I have to be honest with you. I devoured Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I know this is a Dominican Republic debrief mini vlog thing happening here, but I have to give you a book update. I finished Too Late in a matter of days on this trip. That book was so freaking good. I've already given it to Brooke to read. I was like, you have to read this. Absolutely love the book. But anyway, we actually went with another friend of the family friend who we were staying with. And when we arrived, it was so cute. Our driver had this sign that said an Aussie, Irishman, and a Yank, which was so funny. It just was such a good group of us. It was essentially myself, my boyfriend's family friend who was renting the villa for the month, her daughter, and then their other friend. And it just was a great group. We all got along so well and we had the best time. The villa that we stayed at was absolutely incredible. It is a private villa, so I know I got some questions asking if I could send the link or how to rent it or where I stayed. It's somebody's private home, so it's not available to the public, which makes me that much more grateful that I was able to experience it because it was just beautiful. The sunrises and sunsets were amazing. I did do a little bit of work, I won't lie. I also did do a lot of reading, resting, and relaxing. We went to the beach. The beach that we absolutely loved was called Playa Grande. It was so insanely gorgeous. We swam in the ocean. My boyfriend gave me a surf lesson and he took me out snorkeling and we were practicing free diving and we just had such an amazing time. How many times can I say that? I don't know. It just like, I'm honestly still on a high when I think about how great the trip was. We just had amazing group dinners and we also found this really cool waterfall and went cliff diving. And we also went to this other place called Laguna Doo where we zip lined into the water. We did yoga every morning. I led a little morning yoga flow for everybody who wanted to join each morning, which was super special. Did lots of meditating, and my boyfriend and I even one night took out a blanket and looked at the stars. It was like the most amazing sky full of stars. You just don't get stars here in New York because there's so many lights everywhere. So that was really special and it just was the best time. I really wasn't sure what to expect, but if I did have expectations, they would have been exceeded. It just was such a beautiful place. The people were lovely. And obviously it was really, really special to get to spend this time with my boyfriend. And yeah, I feel very lucky and grateful. And it made me miss the beach a lot. a lot. Because I actually grew up by the beach. I don't know if you know this, but I grew up in South Orange County in Laguna Beach, essentially. And I grew up going to the beach every day. And that was such a big part of my life. And even when I lived in LA, I was at the beach quite a bit. And since moving to New York, I haven't really gone to the beach. And I didn't know that I really missed it that much until I was in the DR, you know, and hanging out in the ocean all day and being in a bikini and out in the sun and just the sand and the whole thing. And it was just exactly what I needed. Very grateful, happy, and full after that. Mini Trader Joe's haul. I got some new flowers because sadly, the beautiful flowers that my boyfriend got me they're dead. It's time to say goodbye to them. I love when my boyfriend buys me flowers. It really just like gets me going. So we got some fresh flowers for ourselves. This is your reminder. Even if you do have a boyfriend, you can still buy yourself flowers, and you should still buy yourself flowers. Also, breaking news. Trader Joe's has their pumpkin tortilla chips back. Oh my gosh, I have thought about these since last fall, so I had to buy 2 bags. These are delicious. If you haven't eaten these yet, I personally think you're missing out, but who knows? Cilantro, a bunch of ginger shots, corn chip dippers, which I didn't get these for myself. I got these because my boyfriend is coming over for dinner tonight to have some of this chili with me, and I feel like he might like this on top of his chili. I feel like he could be into that. Broccoli, onion, and bell peppers, and that is it. Wait, this is so sad. I don't want to throw these out. I love them. They're really on their last legs, so goodbye. R.I.P. They did last for like 2 weeks though, so that was great. For my chili, we are beginning with garlic, onion, chopped green chilies, and 2 green bell peppers. Then I'm gonna add in 3 kinds of beans, and I also think I'm gonna add in some corn, which I normally don't do, but I have some, so why not? Then I'm doing 2 cans of diced tomatoes with cilantro and jalapenos, 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes, and a can of tomato sauce. I'm of course gonna season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, possibly onion powder, maybe some red chili pepper flakes, depending on how spicy it is. And of course my secret ingredient, a beer. Don't ask me why I do this. My mom did this growing up, and so I do it. Obviously, you saw that I just added broccoli. I think I'm also gonna add a zucchini because why not sneak some greens in here? Turning this off because I need to get ready and head to my workout. I am going to Barry's again today, and I normally wouldn't go back to back to back because I went on Tuesday as well. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But my package is going to expire and I have one class left and we gotta use it. We're not gonna let it go to waste. I am very sore from yesterday. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna show up and do our best. That's all that matters. We are going mini golfing tonight. We as in my boyfriend and I. I'm basically ready. The chili's obviously ready. I have it on low, so it's just simmering. But I think I'm going to mix this cornbread mix up. And I'm not sure that I'm gonna bake it now, but I at least wanna get it in the cupcake tins so that when we come back, it's ready to go. I just got this mix from Whole Foods, and instead of using eggs, I'm going to do a chia egg. Essentially, to replace one egg, you would do 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to 3 tablespoons of water. You just kind of have to whisk it up a little bit and let it sit. This chia egg is already getting gooey. Love that. I think I am actually going to mix this up and pour them in here. I don't want him to know that I'm not using eggs. I'm not trying to trick him. I'm not trying to be tricky. What he doesn't know won't hurt him, you know? Also, did you notice that he got his hair cut? I happen to love his long hair, but I will say he's looking very handsome with this haircut. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped you. These are ready to go when we come back. I think I'm just gonna cover them and set them aside. Make sure this is off. Yay, let's go mini golfing. Why wouldn't you just bring one for me?
I didn't mix it up. It's so windy up there. Come down here.
Oh, I don't want to smell your gym top. He messaged me that I needed to bring a jacket, but I didn't get it. No, I don't want to smell it. Yeah. He told me if I don't go home and get a sweatshirt that I can't complain, and I agreed. So here we go.
I'm cold.
He's cold.
Too soft. You're gonna hit harder. Oh boy. There's the hole. Okay, you better get this.
This thing is rigged.
Hey!
Not bad. I'm really digging this haircut. It's looking
I had
good.
2 compliments today.
Well, 3 if you count mine. Yes, that is commitment.
Oh, what a shame. All the way over the edge. Wow, wow. Uh-oh. Come on, you gotta get it over. Oh, no, you gotta hit it harder. There we go. Stop. There we go. Hey, well done.
Oh my god. Imagine you missed this.
Ah!
Yeah. You're never gonna believe this. It's stuck in the thing. Yeah, it doesn't count. Let's give it a little tap. Oh!